Welcome to Wisdom Uploaded. We are really excited today because we're going to unpack something completely brand new.
Yeah, this is a big one.
It really is. We are looking at the newly released blueprint for strategic media buying in 2026. And this was actually authored right here by our own team at Digital Time Savers.
Or DTS, as we usually call it.
Right, DTS. And look, if you are listening to this right now, we know you've probably been feeling a very specific, almost universal pain point lately. We talk to business owners literally every day who feel this.
Oh, yeah. The disconnect.
Exactly, that weird emotional disconnect from your own marketing. I mean, you log in, you see these massive dashboards with all your clicks and impressions.
You might even see a return on ad spend that looks totally fine on paper.
Right. But then you look at your actual business and you just don't feel in control at all. You see the money going out, but you kind of feel like a passenger on a train you aren't driving.
Well, and that anxiety is incredibly common, right? Especially when you look at the sheer scale of the system right now.
It's massive.
It's beyond massive. A huge stat from the blueprint shows that global digital ad spend is projected to hit $910 billion by 2027.
Wow. $910 billion.
Yeah. And the thing is, more money pumping through the system just creates more opportunities to waste your budget. You know, if you don't have a plan.
Okay, let's unpack this, because I think treating these platforms like they are actual strategies is the real root of this whole industry disconnect.
It absolutely is. People completely misunderstand what a platform actually is. They say, my strategy is Meta or something.
Right, or my strategy is TikTok.
Exactly. But media buying is a decision-making framework. It's not just running ads.
You know, it's like imagine you're a homeowner and you want a new shower. So you go out and buy the most expensive plumbing pipes you can find.
The premium stuff.
Yeah, the Google pipe, the Meta pipe, the TikTok pipe. You drag all these expensive pipes into your basement, throw them in a pile, and then just stand there expecting a working hot shower.
I mean, it sounds ridiculous when you say it like that.
But that's what businesses do. They just add more pipes without a blueprint, which just makes a huge mess.
And honestly, it's an expensive mess.
But wait, let me push back on this for a second, because if Google and Meta are aggressively pushing AI automation, you know, things like Performance Max and Advantage Plus.
Right, the automated campaigns.
Yeah. Doesn't the AI basically do the strategy for you at this point?
This raises an important question, and it's one we hear all the time. But you have to clarify the difference here. AI handles execution. It does not handle strategy.
Okay, so it's doing the busy work.
Exactly. Look at the numbers. Performance Max now accounts for 45% of Google Ads conversions. And Meta is going to have fully automated ad creation by the end of 2026.
So the automation is very real.
It's very real, but automation without strategy just spends your money faster.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, the Smartly 2026 Digital Advertising Trends Report actually highlighted this. Marketers who embed strategy are 27% more likely to waste less than 10% of their budget.
It's a huge margin of safety.
It is. Meanwhile, your average marketers without a strategy are spending 3 to 4 weeks just trying to launch a single concept.
Wow. Okay, so if AI is doing all the heavy lifting on the execution side, it sounds like the real human advantage now is budget allocation.
Absolutely. But almost everyone gets allocation totally wrong. They allocate based on habit or just whoever argues the loudest in the marketing meeting.
Which is just wild to think about.
It really is. And the cost of that bad allocation is staggering. The blueprint points out that the industry lost $26.8 billion in wasted programmatic spend in 2025 alone.
$26.8 billion just wasted.
Completely wasted. And it's largely due to a lack of strategic purpose.
So how do you actually fix that? I mean, for the listener right now, how do they stop bleeding that cash?
You have to start allocating by the job, not by the channel name.
Okay, break that down for me. What do you mean by the job?
Well, take Google Ads. Google's job is capturing demand. People are actively searching for a solution. It's high intent.
Right. They already know they have a problem.
Exactly. It works best when the intent is clear and your solution is obvious. But then you look at Meta ads, and it's a totally different job. Meta is for creating demand.
Because nobody goes to Instagram to search for a product.
No, of course not. They go to scroll. Meta is a discovery engine.
Oh, wow. Here's where it gets really interesting. Applying a search mindset to Meta is basically like proposing marriage on a first date.
That's exactly what it is.
Like they don't even know they have a problem yet, and you're screaming, "Buy now." And then on the flip side, applying a discovery mindset to Google is like handing a brochure to someone who already has their credit card out at the register.
You're just getting in your own way at that point.
Right. So understanding that difference between Google and Meta is huge. It naturally leads to how you actually connect them, right?
Yes, because you can't just capture demand forever. You have to build the bridge. You need a full funnel reality.
Because if you just stay at the bottom of the funnel, what happens?
It's so dangerous. Without top-of-funnel campaigns creating that new demand, your acquisition costs just start creeping up and up.
Because you're fighting everyone else for the same few people who are ready to buy.
Precisely. And without middle-of-funnel campaigns to nurture those people, your conversion rates just suffer across the board.
Which explains where all the money's going.
Yeah, I mean, U.S. digital ad spend crossed $164 billion in 2025. And a lot of that was driven by social and CTV.
Right, connected TV.
But the people actually winning are the ones connecting all three funnel stages into one coherent system.
That makes total sense. Now, I want to bring up something that we see internally all the time. It's one of the most expensive mistakes businesses make.
Confusing testing with scaling.
Yes. Confusing testing with scaling. Talk about that because we value transparency at DTS and people need to hear this.
It's a critical rule. You have to separate them. Testing exists to learn. The metrics you care about there are insight, audiences, and creative.
Okay, and scaling.
Scaling exists to exploit what you learn. The metrics there are predictable, profitable ROI.
But to a business owner listening right now, the word testing just sounds like a polite agency word for losing money.
I know it does. But under the DTS methodology, it's totally different. Smart 2026 media buying actually protects and heavily limits your testing budgets.
So you aren't just blowing the whole budget on an experiment.
Never. You only unlock the larger scaling budgets when you've mathematically earned the right to spend more.
Earned the right to spend. I love that.
It's essential. That discipline prevents the massive emotional swings that completely sink ad accounts.
Okay, so if building the system is so complex, the funnels, the testing, the scaling, why don't businesses just go online and copy those case studies? You know, the ones like how we scaled to $2 million a month?
Oh, the copy-paste playbook?
Yeah. Why can't I just copy-paste that into my own account and call it a day?
Because context is literally everything. I mean, margins, audiences, buying cycles, they all change completely from business to business.
Give me an example of how that breaks down.
Well, think about a strategy for a high average order value luxury brand. It requires totally different pacing. If you take that exact playbook and apply it to a $19 impulse buy, you will destroy that business.
Right, because the margins just aren't there to support it.
Exactly. And on top of that, you have massive platform volatility. Playbooks expire so fast now.
How fast are we talking?
Well, Google launched over 60 AI-powered updates in 2025 alone. 60.
That is insane.
It is. So these static playbooks from cookie-cutter agencies, they simply can't keep up with that level of change.
They're obsolete before they're even published.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, Ad Age made a great prediction about this. They said media buying and strategy are becoming distinctly separate responsibilities in 2026.
Because the execution is automated now.
Yes. Execution is automated, which means strategy is quite literally the only thing left that moves the needle.
So what does this all mean? If you're listening to this, it means mastering the buttons inside Ads Manager just doesn't matter anymore.
Not at all.
Winning means mastering the decisions that you make long before anyone even logs in. Clarity on roles, budgets, and funnels, that is the only antidote to all this complexity.
It really is. And you know, I want to leave you with a final thought to mull over regarding this.
Yeah, go for it.
If AI is entirely leveling the playing field on execution and ad creation, which it is, we are rapidly approaching a world where your brand's core strategy and unique point of view aren't just an advantage. They will literally be the only variables the algorithm cannot replicate for your competitors.
Oh, wow.
So you have to ask yourself, are you feeding the machine a strategy or are you just feeding it your budget?
That is such a powerful question. And, you know, that's exactly why digital time savers exist. At DTS, we don't just push buttons and send you automated reports.
Anyone can do that now.
Right. We build actual systems that connect your channels, your budgets, and your overall growth goals.
We build the blueprint.
Exactly. So if your paid media feels really busy but just not productive, reach out to us at Digital Time Savers. Let us get you a tailored, strategic media buying solution that actually makes sense for your specific business.
We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for tuning into Wisdom Uploaded.